So RAND training was established in 2003, and since then we've grown and really grown, and now we deliver not only just the plant training, but we also now support employees in waste management. We also support warehousing qualifications, business administration and customer service. So what was very much historically, if you like, a construction and health and safety based training provider, we can now provide a much more holistic support to a business when we're going out, which is great for us and really opened up some exciting opportunities. Well, my role at RAND Training is to be responsible for the Key Worker Programme, working alongside Apricot in supporting them in getting the learners through. And it's been a great success, certainly from the outset really, because it's enabled RAND Training to offer funded support to those clients that we wouldn't normally be able to provide that for. And working alongside Paul Rice at Apricot, he's been really good with supporting us through it, because it's the first time RAND Training have done anything like this, and it's opened our eyes up to sort of new opportunities as well, which has been great for RAND. So we've now got not just income from the commercial training and the funded training, but also this ESF funding. And for example, we've now got work we're doing with the probationary service, because we've seen new revenue opportunities for RAND as well, which has been great. RAND Training's had a real impact, we think, in terms of benefiting our existing clients. As soon as we got the contract, we sent out an email campaign to all our existing companies and really shouting about the fact that we can support them with some more funded provision that we wouldn't normally be able to, which is a real benefit really for RAND. As an example of the support we've provided, we work very closely with a small construction company based in Lincoln. And as we know, construction's really suffered economically and will continue to, I think, for some time. So it's a real sort of hand-to-mouth for a lot of our clients, certainly the smaller contractors. So we were able to then provide this funded training, which frankly they wouldn't have been able to do any other way because they didn't have the money to do it. And there was an immediate benefit because the training they required was part of their tender requirement for the contract. It was actually confined space training that they needed to do the work. It would have been a contract they would have probably had to pass up if they hadn't had the funding. So there's an immediate tangible benefit that the ESF project had on that construction company, which for us RAND Training was a fantastic example of where ESF funding really has worked. I think it's been successful because of two key points. Firstly, the relationship we've had with Apricot Training. They've been really helpful in holding our hands through this because RAND historically haven't done an ESF project before. And obviously it's new territory for us, but we found it really exciting. The paperwork's not been too challenging at all. And as I say, Paul's been really helpful at Apricot. Secondly, I think which is really the key point is the way that it supported the real business needs of the clients we're working with. That for us is a real key point. It's really enabled those businesses to expand with the key training that they needed, as opposed to pigeonholing something that didn't quite hit the mark. As an example, the confined space training, without that confined space training, the company would have been able to get the contract. Other examples include first aid training, which would have been a nice thing to have for the company, but given the fact that the company we're working with we're making redundancies, first aid training, although it's a very important thing, wasn't high on their priority list, but we were able to go in and support the first aid training through at least 5 or 6 members of staff across the whole of the organisation. So I would say they're the two key benefits, I think, of the programme that have, from our perspective, has been really successful.